Hey there, I am Jana Bozeman. I am a yoga teacher based out of Denver, Colorado, J-Bo Yo. And today I'm going to lead you through a quick little 10-minute flow. We're going to try to get into the shoulders a little bit here. So without further ado, let's come onto our bellies. This is a perfect practice when you don't have a lot of time, but you want to get a little flow, a little work in. So setting up right away in our low cobra position, fingertips underneath your shoulder heads, pressing into the tops of your feet. As you inhale, chest extends forward and up. As you exhale, lower down. We're going to continue like this. You need not lift very high, and you're definitely not pressing down into your hands to do this. You're using the strength of the muscles in your lower back. And please note, this can be pretty intense, especially if you're doing this first thing in the morning, just rolled out of bed. Inhaling through your nose to lift, exhaling through your nose to lower. You might be creating that softer shabir in the back of your throat, so there can be a sound to your breath. But the next time you're up, go ahead and just inhale, stay here, maybe lift your hands up. That's going to tell you if you're pressing, using your arm strength to come on up. Let's take our arms out wide, and you're just gazing forward this whole time. I'm looking towards the camera. There's a lot of tension on the neck, so you're just looking forward, listening to my cues. So your palms are facing down. See if you can lift your shoulder heads a little higher towards the ceiling as you root down into your feet. And then bring your arms back by your side. You might lift a little further still. Few of us that have the flexibility in the shoulders might interlace fingers. Try to have a little bend in your elbows if you're doing that. And then you just take a few breaths here. Again, back of the neck nice and long, gaze slightly forward. Feel what's pressing down into the mat. Good, take your arms out wide again. Let's do a little shoulder neck stretch here. So you can go ahead and place your hands down. You're gonna angle your left arm to about 45 degrees, particularly if you're a little tighter in the shoulders. If you're not, you can keep your wrist perpendicular with your shoulder, that's fine. Bend your right fingertips, come onto your left ear, and then we're gonna flip this right leg up and over. So you're pinning this left shoulder down. You might be feeling a little stretch in the lower back. It can be really nice. Breath smooth and steady. Toes might make it all the way to the earth in that right foot. They might not. That's okay too. I remember the first time I did this, it was super intense. So if this is new to you and you're feeling some sensation, that's okay. It does get easier, like everything. So take another deep inhale. And then we're going to exhale, unwind, and come to our second side. So again, a little more open, you're perpendicular. Otherwise, you're going to angle your right arm down, come up on to your left fingertips like a little gecko, spin onto your right cheek and ear. You might even need a blanket or a block underneath, and then flip that left leg up and over. How is this side different in your body? So one of the great things about our yoga practice is that it teaches us to pay attention, to notice things. Mostly in our asana practice, we focus on the physical sensations that we're getting. We focus on the breath. And that can start to translate to other areas too, how we're feeling emotionally, what triggers us, all those things. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, you unwind. Let's bring our fingertips underneath our shoulder heads again. Inhale into your low cobra. As you exhale, press to your tabletop. Good, and then let's find our cow stretch. Exhale, round in. Inhaling, arching. Good, exhale, round in. You're just pressing into the tops of your feet here. Inhale, lengthen cow. Exhale, round in cat. And then inhale, come to neutral spine. Walk your hands forward a couple of inches. Curl your toes under. Keep a bend in your knees as you reach your sit bones up towards the ceiling. A little downward facing dog, maybe pedal back and forth between your feet here. Just find a little movement, maybe some clicks and cracks. Again, what does this first downward dog feel like for you today? Some days it feels amazing, some days it's really challenging. Both are okay. From here, I'm gonna have you walk your hands back to meet your feet. As you inhale, chest lengthens forward. So fingertips could be on the floor. If you're more flexible, if you have long arms like I do, most of us are going to have our hands on our shins or even our thighs. So we're making this L shape. Gaze is forward like cobra pose. As you exhale, fold in. Let's do that a couple times. Inhale, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold in. And then pressing down into your feet, stretching arms out and up. As you exhale, hands come together at your heart. Let's just flow a little bit. Inhale, reaching up. As you exhale, hinge, forward, fold in. Inhale, chest extends forward, gaze comes forward. Exhale, fold back in. Pressing into your feet, stretching arms out and up. Good. As you exhale, hands come together at your heart. One more like that. Inhale, reach. This is our Ardha Surya Namaskar, half sun salute. Exhale, you fold in. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. Pressing into your feet, stretching arms out and up. Good. Keep your arms reaching there. Let's do a little lateral stretch. So bring your right fingertips to your left wrist as you exhale. Side bend to the right. Let's take a few breaths here. You're gonna feel this stretch through this left side, pressing evenly into both feet and then wrapping these right ribs up a little bit, maybe gazing up underneath that top arm. Beautiful work. As you inhale, center, and then left fingertips, right wrist as you exhale. Side bend to the left. Feel that stretch to the right side. You might even feel this in the shoulders a little bit. Keep the breath moving. Sometimes we hold it a little bit. We come back to center on our inhale. And then as you exhale, hands come together at your heart. So you're at the back of your mat. You're gonna inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, hinge, forward, fold in. Good. Inhale, chest lengthens forward, gaze comes forward. Keep rooting down into your feet, especially those heels. Walk forward into your downward facing dog. All right, from here, we're gonna lift our right leg up. Exhale, step that foot through, and then I want you to heel toe it to the left, spin into the back edge of your left foot. So right heel intersects left arch. Rise on up, Virabhadrasana 2. So you're pressing that right hip back, left hip releases down, torso is squaring to the long edge of your mat. Good, and then you can just gaze forward here. Let's give ourselves a little hug. So let's take our right arm underneath, feel the elbows stack and then start to lift. Keep the work happening in the legs and feel that right heel and left inner arch driving in towards each other. A few of us might bring the backs of our hands to press together, maybe even palms, and then lift a little higher. So Garudasana arms and our warrior two legs. So big hip stretch, big shoulder stretch. Good, let's start to side bend to the left here. And then you're just gonna release your arms. You're gonna find your reverse warrior. So we're there in the legs. Good, and then as we exhale, we're gonna windmill our arms up and over here. Pull back into your downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh the breath out, let it go. Ha. Here we go, second side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step that foot through, heel toe it to the left. Spin in to the, heel toe it to the right. Spin into the back edge of your right foot. Rise on up here. So Virabhadrasana 2, make sure your stance is long enough. Big hip opener. So you're pressing that left knee to face back behind you, but your torso is squaring towards the long edge of the mat. A lot of little opposite actions happening. And then we're gonna give ourselves that hug again. Left arm comes underneath, elbows stack. So for most of us, this is a pretty intense shoulder stretch. You can just stay here, feel elbows lift, shoulder blades release down. Maybe you bring the backs of your hands together. Maybe you bring your palms to press. Wherever you're at, whatever variation you're doing, elbows lift, shoulder blades release down. Tailbone releases down as your sternum stretches up. Breath smooth and steady. Keep the legs exactly like this. In fact, kind of feel them squeezing in towards each other. Side bend to the right. Funky little reverse warrior 2 here. Garudasana arms. And then find your reverse. Maybe gaze up underneath that top arm. As you exhale, unwind here. Step back to your downward facing dog. And then we're just gonna come to a seat. Let's take our right shin in front of our left shin. You can sit up on blankets if it's hard to sit tall. Inhale, arms stretch up. As you exhale, hinge forward, fold in any amount. So little hip stretch, nice little forward fold. Breath smooth and steady. That inhale through your nose, that exhale through your nose. And then let's just start to walk our hands off to the right a little bit. So finding a little twist, anchor, put a little extra into that left sit bone, spin those left ribs towards your right thigh. Good, walk back to center. As you inhale, roll on up, extend legs to straight. Good, and then cross your left shin in front of your right shin. Inhale, arms reach up. As you exhale, hinge forward, fold in. Really kind of trying to slow everything down here. So it's nice even in these mini little practices to kind of have a moment to check in the beginning, a moment to wind down at the end. Start to walk your hands off to the left, just finding a little twist. So wrapping your right ribs towards that extended, or that left knee rather. Breath smooth, breath steady. Good, walk back to center. And then roll on up here. So just go ahead and close your eyes. If you have a little more time today, you can make your way into a nice Shavasana. Otherwise, just doing a check-in here, just noticing how even just a few minutes of moving, of breathing makes such a big difference. Send yourself love and gratitude for making the effort. Again, all effort counts. Bring your palms together at your heart. Just bow your head with a smile. Beautiful work. Thank you. Great seeing you. Check out my other videos on YouTube. Reach out to me if there's something that you would like to see. And take care.